Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes Tribe members. I'm Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. It's also just kind of piecing things together in thoughts, which I know I just did a video on that. I don't know if I'm going to share it or not, and I don't even know if I'm going to share this. It just depends, because a lot of things come together. They really do, and what's crazy is I'm sitting here like going, something's coming, something's gonna happen, and I do feel it. Like I've been feeling these energies like coming my way, whether it's for me personally or people I know, but I feel it in my bones. And I'm not wrong about a lot of things, which is probably why Spirit gives me those mini confirmations for myself and other people I know and don't know. But the little confirmations that I get for the people that I'm around all the time, most of it, some of it's because there's things going on with them. And then for other reasons, it's to show them that when I say, hey, I have a bad feeling, even if I can't go because of blah, blah, blah and pinpoint it 1,000%, it's your instincts, it's your intuition, because it's making me think of the time when I died when I was 14. I had a bad feeling and I didn't listen to it, and then all that bad shit happened. But it's something like that. That's what I feel. And the card that came out when I just split the deck, and I'm sitting here going, I feel something coming. Like, I really, really do. Animal Guardian, trust your instincts, is the card that came up. So if you ever get a bad feeling, I don't care how old you are, who you are, how silly it seems, trust it. Trust yourself. Trust your gut. Even if you're not spiritual and everything else is a bunch of hubba bubba bullshit, it's hocus pocus, whatever, you're a skeptic, you don't have to trust the word of another person. Trust yourself, at the very least. Because wow, I just with the stuff. But because I was rewatching that video, because I haven't even tried to upload it yet, and when I recorded it, in the very beginning, I was talking about trust your instincts, or trust your intuition, your gut feelings and stuff like that, and you don't have to explain yourself, or even if you don't know why, which is what I just said again. After I did the reading or whatever, my daughter had come in my room, and she said that her and her boyfriend and that other kid, Country, that's his nickname, which is all explained in that other video. But anyways, we're going to go to someone's house, and I said, no, you're not. I said, I have a bad feeling. And so we sat down and had a conversation about that, and she's like, I can hold my own and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, she goes, why do you have a bad feeling? And I was like, I literally did the same thing that I did in the video that I didn't remember I did. I was going, like I was trying to find an explanation, and I was like, I don't need a reason. I just feel this way. You're not going, and neither is your boyfriend. And if he goes, he won't be here, because I don't want to be tied to bullshit, basically. I'm like, I don't know exactly what's coming, but something not so good is coming, and you won't be around it, period. That's what I said. And there was warnings for that Country kid too, to stay away as well from his own mother who passed away. And he didn't heed my warning today going there. But what's funny is this person was like, I need help, because playing off of the sympathy of others and whatever, feeding off from other people's kindness. And guess what? That person needs all this help, and no one is there. That person isn't even home. So we dropped this person off for no fucking reason, which I had said. I was like, it's probably not even there, and he isn't. But I had also mentioned in a reading, it was in the mental illness PTSD reading, about someone's medications being, counteracting with one another. And I just had that conversation with my kid's father in the car, and he mentioned that about his medications. He's been researching it, and a lot of his symptoms and how shitty he's been feeling. Wow, I'm getting hot. Holy fuck, I feel like I'm on fire. Like, from, wow, can you feel the heat? Holy shit, I can. Like, I just got so heat. Like, I literally feel the heat coming out of my shirt right now. Could be hot flashes even, but regardless of that, it's just funny I was talking about that and then, but anyways, I had said that in that reading, and he was researching that stuff and mentioned that, he's going to make an appointment with his doctor because he thinks, that shit's going on for him. It could be medication based, and it really could be because that's what I picked up on. Like, little things that I say happen, whether he watched the reading and was prompted to look up stuff to get help, or if he was just doing that all on his own and I was unaware until now. I don't know what that is, but I do know that he needs to get that sorted out because that's where a lot of his health crap's coming from. Because he does not have a heart condition. He just doesn't. He's already been checked out for that. He does have high blood pressure though. And he's very sensitive to medications, and I had even said in that video that there's some medications that don't necessarily have a warning about causing problems when they're together, mixed together, but it's causing issues for someone, and I think that's what's going on with him. But yeah. But anyways, what made me really want to get on here is at the end of the last video, I'm wearing an orange sweatshirt, and I don't know what I'm going to name it because I don't even know if I'm going to share it. Because there's just so much. Just bad news bears information in that one. And these are all people I know. Because they all know each other. But anyways, and this is significant because I mentioned the significance with a sword and leaving a window open. And I said there's a sword by my window. That window's not open, but the sword is my son's, and it made me connect the dots going, yeah, he always leaves his window open. That window's always open. And I'm going, because I will go in and periodically shut it and stuff. Just because, I don't know, I'm just drawn to, whenever I'd see it, I'd be like, nope. And during that intense energy, I was like very adamant on closing the windows and locking up the house and everything. And I feel like all that energy that I was feeling then is happening now. Because it's resurfacing, but not in a terrifying way, just in a take note. All right, don't forget to lock the door. Don't forget to, just kind of check shit around the house. Yeah, it's a reminder because you got to be prepared. And the person I was talking about in that last reading, that person and other people, not just that one person, because that person has snuck in before, has broken into homes before, places, whatever, knows that window's always open. They know that. So I'm going to make damn sure it's not, basically. It's like any house can be broken into if someone really wants to get into it, but make it hard for them. If anyone's going to do that kind of thing, don't make it easy. Because I'm being reminded of, I had an in. Someone had an in, so there was an insider in a situation, but now they don't. Someone's in that's gone. They don't have access to you or to information or to something. So whoever had access prior no longer has access to messages. They no longer have access to messages. So they might not have access to your phone messages, to spiritual information, to whatever's going on in your life as well. So many freaking problems with that. Yeah, so many. I just heard tread lightly. So I'm not sure exactly what that's about, but tread lightly. Be smart about things anyways, no matter what we're talking about. And I do feel like a lot of you would be smart about whatever the situation is for you or whatever's going on for you, if anything like that applies. But that feels more personal. It is. It pertains to me and people around me. That's not a public thing, even if you've experienced break-ins and stuff like that before. It's more than that. I just heard, so what? So I don't know what that's about either, but it always comes up in the end when it's important. When it's important. Someone's walking on like a tightrope. It's a very fine line. There's a fine line here. Someone's going to try to cross the line. Someone's going to try to cross the line with someone, but it's also making me feel like stay on track. Stay on track. Don't go off course. Stay on track. You're being guided. But that's making me think of what happened when that person's mother passed. I kept saying that, stay on track. Don't veer off the path and revert back to old habits and drugs and whatever. This person isn't. They're not staying on track. They're not. And that's where the problem comes in. That's why I pick up on substances and shit a lot. Because I only pick up on shit like that when I need to know or somebody else needs to know, because that is truly going on. I heard just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And that could be just go do something, or it's fine, just do it. Have a good time. Just do it. Someone could be saying that to another person as well. Just do it. Just do it. Let go of the need to be right. And it's funny because even like when I get little confirmations and stuff, I know that I'm right about stuff like that, but I try not to let my pride get in the way where it's like, I'm right, ha 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 ha. Like, I'm not like that. It's like, when it's a serious thing, it's along the lines of, I really wish you would have listened, you know, I fucking told you, that kind of thing. It's not, when I give confirmations, it's not to be like, I'm always right, because I'm not always right, you know. Some information evades me because it's either not for me or anyone I know, it's for someone completely different, or I just don't know. I never know what it means, you know what I mean? Just it just depends on what's important and what's not. I'm getting hot again. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. It's okay, someone might have misjudged a person or a situation as well, and maybe their pride is getting in the way, like I didn't believe you, I should have believed you, kind of thing, or I should have, could have, would have, whatever it is. Someone's feeling that way. I should have believed you. It's okay that you were wrong. Like if you feel like you misjudged a situation or a person, that's okay. You know, you can always right or wrong in the end, you know. Even if that person doesn't want to be in your life or not, you can always make things right, is what I feel with that. Man. Just because I don't know if I'm going to post the other one, I'm going to reiterate this. In one of my last readings, I mentioned a cup and angel wings and photograph and stuff. I wasn't sure if it was a tattoo or a photo or whatever. I mentioned Polaroids before as well, and I had no clue what that was. I was like, because the way the symbols were coming in, I heard cup, angel wings. You know, if it came in separate, it came in randomly, but it was all for the same thing. Does that make sense? So sometimes there are little random blips and messages, flash, 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 little warnings that seem incredibly random, but when you put all the pieces together, it's one big thing. It's like, okay, this is random, this is random, this is random, I don't know what that means. And then when you go, holy crap, it's all for this person, it's all for this situation, you know what I mean? Something like that, because that's how spirit comes through a lot. Because it's almost like they don't want to just pile it all on top of someone. And it wouldn't have made sense because it's about timing. It wasn't the right time. Because when all that heavy energy, the scary energy was coming in, all at once, it was every friggin' situation, every detail just and now it's getting separated out at the times that it's going to occur, if that makes sense. And a lot of times when when I pick up on things and then an hour or two later it happens, that means that it's current energy. It's not going to happen next year. It's now. Like, so pay attention to stuff like that as well. Something bad. Something bad, 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 bad. I don't know. But anyways, with the cup, his name is Josh. I'm just gonna say, you guys won't know who he is anyways. His nickname is Country, and he's a good person. He's a good kid. He's a kid to me. He's a young adult, but anyways, he's friends with my son and my daughter's boyfriend. And actually, I said something about driving steering wheels. He brought over a steering wheel thing for a driving game, and that's what they were playing. Basically, that's all they did. Was just play a video game. But anyways, on the Xbox, which is another sign I mentioned, but he came over and he had a cup, a tumbler. You know how you can make those tumblers like customized? Well, it has angels on it, angel wings, and a photograph of his mother and his son when his son was a baby, and it looks like a little Polaroid photo, and it's got a poem on the back. That's the significance with that cup. When I heard all those little signs, it was one thing, but I had no clue because I didn't even know he had the cup. I didn't know any of that because I don't even talk to this kid. I've seen him 3 times total. That's it. And he just showed up with it, and I got that message before he even come over, because I was like, he was here for a little bit, and then when I went in the living room to watch him drive around on the game for a few minutes, I noticed the cup, and I was like, oh, what's that? And then he explained it to me, and I was like, oh my god, this is the cup that I was talking about in the reading. It's in the shocker reading. Shocking information, because someone's going to end up in the hospital. Someone's going to end up in the hospital. And that was in that message. But yeah. There's a meet up here. Meet. Someone's gonna meet a person. Someone's gonna meet someone. You met someone for a reason. We met for a reason. I met that Josh kid for a reason. Possibly because his mom led me to him. Because it's so funny how people come into our lives for different reasons. Spirit definitely leads us to where we need to be for certain reasons. Like, she wants to make sure he stays on the right track. She wants to make sure that he doesn't get roped into any bullshit and that he doesn't get taken advantage of. Because he is a very kind person. And people like that do tend to become doormats, even if they stand up for themselves, even if they're strong and whatever. If we have a soft spot for a person, or because of a situation, like for example, the person that his mom is warning him against also lost his mother. So it's almost like being in that vulnerable place and going, oh man, I feel for you because we're going through the same thing. Yeah, I'll help. That can be someone's downfall as well. And his mom is going, really listen to yourself. Really listen to yourself. It's like, he met me for a reason so that she could say something to him. Yeah. Just like anybody else in your life, even problematic people, because I didn't want to get roped back into a bad situation with my son's friend and stuff. And it's almost like those series of unfortunate events that happened reconnected us, and I feel like it had to do with the angels, had to do with Josh's mother. That's why. Because I really wouldn't have seen the kid. I wouldn't have met him. I wouldn't have talked to him. I might have later on down the road because my son knows him, but it was just very weird how that happened. And it is for a reason. It was for his highest good. And for his sister as well. Just for his family, but mainly for him. She's very, I don't know, his sister isn't handling their mom's passing very well. But, you know, he's dealing with stuff too. He's just handling it in a different way, processing it in a different way, because of course he misses the crap out of her. he's talked to me about it, like briefly, not very in depth, but something significant to do with an ex as well, potentially with him. Um, but anyways, why do I want to keep drawing an X? X marks the spot. I don't know if you wanted a sign. Here's your sign. But X marks the spot. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Xbox. Because now I want to circle it. Like, and that looks like the Xbox signal, symbol. But that's on the, isn't that one of the letters on the controller? No, it's A, B, C, D or something, isn't it? I don't remember. Oh, that's turning on the controller. That's the thing in the middle of the controller or on the console. Turning on the controller. Okay. Turning on the controller. What does that have to do with anything? Because when you turn on, when the light's on, then you can start playing. Then you can start doing whatever you need to do in a game or whatever. You can use the device. When you turn it on, you can use the device. You can use the device. Is somebody letting somebody borrow their Xbox controller? Somebody's what the fuck? Somebody's borrowing something. It has to do with the Xbox and it feels like a controller. It could be that steering wheel thing I was talking about, but you can borrow this. Okay. What the hell's that about? Whatever that means. I mean, they're down there playing it right now. I'm just saying, well, my daughter and her boyfriend are. Win. Someone's playing to win. Okay, part of the warning as well is I play to win. So someone wants to trump someone, you know, be above them in some sort of way. I play to win. Oh, that hurts. This burns like right here. Right in my hairline. It's just one spot. What the hell was that? It almost felt like I got cut or burned or something. Just right here. I play to win. Okay. I play to win. There's a rat here as well. I play to win. Someone coming in for information? The rat's in a little box. Rats. That looks like... It kind of looks like a tripod stand or an easel. You know, when you do artwork, you're painting or whatever. Or where you put canvases up. Painting is a rat. Rat. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's like one of those. Rat. It's a box, is what it looks like. Kind of looks like an open box. There's a rat. Someone could be packing. Boxes are significant, but a box. This isn't a ring box or anything like that. This is like a cardboard box or there's a box. There's a rat. Something to do with a rat in a box. Cardboard box. But that also looks like those old-time photos. Something to do with boxes and old-time photos because it's reminded me of those giant cameras on a stand where you put the sheet thing over your head and you capture the picture and you're all dressed up in old worldly crap, or yeah, there's an old time photo with a box with boxes packing, moving, whatever, or someone's putting that in a box. I don't know. But regardless, something to do with an old time photo is significant, and it has to do with rats. A rat, someone's a rat, or ratted someone out. Okay. Someone's a rat. Someone runs their mouth. What? I'm recording. Is it important? Walk away, whatever. Yeah, something to do with an old time photo and a rat and boxes. They only get one shot. Switch. I'd rather have it be me, not you. Old time. I'd rather have it be me, not you. Fishing. I don't know. It's almost like somebody else wants to do something because they don't want somebody else to do it. Like dude or whoever, I should do this. I don't want you to do it. So I don't want you to get in trouble. So I'll do it. Something to do with that. I don't want you to get in trouble, so I'll do it. Someone dug themselves their own grave. I'm just saying that they dug themselves a hole they can't get out of is what it looks like. Something to do with a hoodie as well. And the letter T. The letter T and a black hoodie. Letter T, hoodie. And something to do with a phone as well. I know I mentioned all that in the other reading, but it's just weird because I'm probably not even going to share the other one because this one's coming out differently. I had a dream a while ago, like over a year or more ago, where this guy I knew from my past came in through the front door and walked straight up to my apartment. But in the dream, it looked like my house. It looked like my front door, my staircase, my bedroom. But it was representing an apartment, so there could be someone who lives in an apartment where you open a door and just go right up the stairs and there's an apartment. But someone from my past walked up those stairs in that dream, and whoever I was representing, whether it was me or somebody else, was like, he kept trying to offer me drugs, and I kept saying no, and he just kept moving around the room. Like, he'd be like, do you want some now? No. Do you want some now? No. Like, he was just all over the place. This dude wouldn't sit still. It was like, oh, I'm here, no, I'm over here. Oh, I'm here, no, I'm over here. Something like that. But so someone might be a little, I don't know, hyperactive or something, or they just move a lot. But he was really pushy with me with that in the dream, and I ended up caving in and saying just a little bit in the dream, and then I woke up. There was no other significance with that. So it's just weird because I had that dream, plus I had a vision later on. I don't know, this dream and vision were at separate times. It wasn't like back to back. And in part of a vision, I saw a man walking up my stairs to come upstairs in my house, and he was looking for my daughter. He was like, Emma, Emma, and he had a weapon. He had a pew pew. And I was terrified because that was part of one of the 911 calls I made, because I heard him and I was like, what the fuck? She wasn't even up here. Like, it was just, but anyways, because that was a vision. And there's like hallucinogenics tied to that situation, either that vision, that person, or I was slipped, that kind of thing, because I could have tapped into someone who was under the influence of that substance, or it was literally given to me. Because the visions I had at that time, I've never had visions like that ever again. Like, nothing projects in front of my face like it did then, and it's always like dream, like picture this type thoughts in your mind when I see things. It's not like right here. But anyways, it's almost like a daydream, you know? That's where my visions come from when I see stuff like that. It's not like I'm literally seeing. Sometimes I do see premonitions, but they're different. It's not like a movie playing out. It's very different with a premonition. It's quick. And it's not crystal clear. It's not as clear as a vision in my mind. But anyways, I had that vision in the dream, and my daughter had said to me yesterday that she had a dream or a vision. I don't know. She changed it multiple times, said it was a dream, then a vision, then a dream. But, you know, she doesn't get visions like I do, so it was probably just a dream. But regardless, she had a dream that my son's friend, the one I was just talking about basically, not this country person, someone else, who lost his mother, that he walked in my front door, walked up my stairs, and went in my room and shot me dead. And I wasn't afraid of that when she told me, because I'm like, it could be symbolism, but I'm going to make sure all the doors are locked, you know, and windows and whatever. We'll button up this house, you know what I'm saying? It was just kind of weird. It's kind of random that came up, just saying. Because I've had dreams and stuff like that too, because in my book, there's a part where I had said, friend dead in bed because of something said and done. And it was a meditation I did, and there was a golden retriever who's a friend, could represent a loyal friend or whatever, and there was vomit coming out of its mouth in the bed, and because someone had killed it basically. And I remember in that meditation, my sheets were blue. And it's weird because the first thing that popped in my head when Emma told me that dream was, shit, my sheets are blue right now. I was like, I'm going to change my sheets, as if that's going to fucking matter anyways. But I really don't know what that's all about. And it's not like I'm going, or anything like that. It's not that. It's just, over time, this information's been on repeat, and the things pertaining to that person's situation and whatever are slowly unfolding right now. They literally are. Dots are being connected, and when I say something, this just fucking happens. I'm like, okay, yeah, well, whatever. I don't second guess myself, I'm just saying. But I'm trying to teach my children not to second guess themselves either, because they get off feelings too. Everyone does, you know. Listen to your instincts. Trust your gut. Really listen to yourself. Who cares what anyone thinks? Who fucking cares? Because sometimes that could be the difference between life and death, or getting in trouble and avoiding a problem. Like, you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't let my daughter or her boyfriend leave. And I was like, to her boyfriend, I'm like, I know that you're legally an adult, because he's 19. And I was like, I know you can make your own choices. I'm not your mother, but you're under my roof. I care about you. I have a bad feeling. You're not fucking going. And he goes, okay. It's like, I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I really don't. I just have this feeling, and you guys are staying away. And happy. So, and I'm very happy about that, just saying. Or they will be happy that they listened, or that I put my foot down. Someone's going to be happy about it. Through someone getting through a rough situation, a rough patch. Through, I see right through your shit. I see right through you. I see right through you. Yep. Because with some of the other things that I had mentioned in other readings and channelings and stuff, I mentioned a black hoodie. Well, this person that I'm like, no, you're not going over there, the one I was talking about, actually, the apartment building that he's in, you open a door, go up the stairs right to his apartment. I'm just saying. That's how it's set up. But my sister's apartment's like that too. There's a lot of apartments like that, so who knows, you know. I'm not saying anything about the apartment crap, because it could be many apartments. They're very similar. But the black hoodie, he has a black hoodie that was actually my son's, which is really weird too. Okay, I had a vision, like I was doing a meditation and I saw a man's face with a black hoodie on. The hoodie was up and I saw his long nose. That's what he wears all the time, is this black hoodie that used to be my son's. It's a Carhartt one. And that's how he wears it. He puts the hood up and he does have that long, slender face because he's tall and thin. But I saw his face, had no clue why I was seeing his face. I didn't even know it was him in the vision at first, but I know now. And it's weird because in one of the dreams I had with the woman with the baby, which could represent his mother because she passed away, and of course he's her baby because it was a baby boy that had already been born. And the baby was chubby, but this person isn't a chubby person. I mean, they put on some weight, but they're not like, you know. But anyways, when he lived here temporarily, when he was staying here, I went through some of Logan's clothes, and I was like, oh, this should fit you, because I wanted him to not re-wear the same shit every day forever, you know. So I was letting him use them, but I said I want this back because it's my son's. And I think most of the stuff that he borrowed and wore got returned, except for that black hoodie, because it was my son's, and then my son gave it to my daughter, and my daughter let him wear it, and then he just kept it. So something significant with that, but it's weird because in the dream, I was like, all the tags have an L on it, and that's his, and I want it back. And I literally said that to him. I didn't say there was an L on the tag. I just said, could be a size large as well, but but regardless of the size and stuff, I want it back. And that was just kind of weird. Because I would be like, in the dream, I took one of my son's baby clothes and I was like stretching it out. And I'm like, yeah, this should fit him. And then in real life, I would look at clothes and be like, kind of guesstimate, be like, yeah, that should fit him. So it's kind of weird because it was at very different times. But anyways, there's that significance. He also carries a black backpack everywhere. Whatever he puts in it, I don't know, but he always has this fucking bag. And one day, when he was staying here, I saw fishing hooks in his backpack. Because I thought it was my son's bag at first at the time. And I went in looking around the pigsty of a room because it was just trash at that point. And I was like, oh, I wonder what he has in this bag. And then when I was looking through it and I saw the fishing thing, I was like, oh, this isn't his. This is, his friend's. And so I just put it back and I didn't dig through the bag anymore. But it was a bunch of fishing hooks in this leather pouch thing, like a little fishing kit. And I kept talking about hook, line, and sinker, catching a fish, gone fishing, shit like that. And ashes, which is cremation ashes, and a bear. When the bear growls, the wolf howls, stuff like that. Well, I think his mother's going to be cremated, but that's not what this is. He had a necklace. There's the significance with the necklace. And it has a little vial of ashes in it, which I think were his uncle's or something. I don't know whose, it was someone's. But anyways, a family member. And it has a little bear charm on it, right next to the ashes. And I was like, it was hanging up off my son's shelf. That's how I saw it. Because I was like, oh, what's this? And I'm like, oh, ashes and a bear? And I remember connecting that dot at the time, but I was like, why? Why am I picking up on this, So all of that was him. It was all for him. There's a lot of other things I could say too, but there's just... I don't know. I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. I'm not trying to scare anyone or anything like that. It's just, that's literally how I feel right now, is I have a bad feeling about this. Something to do with shot as well. And it might not be a bullet or a gunshot. It could be taking shots, because he does get a little mouthy and out of hand when he's intoxicated. That's usually when the law tends to get involved. I'm just saying, there could be something significant. Only one shot. I'm only going to have one shot. I'm only going to have one shot. It's a lie. Something to do with drinking in here too. if he's falling off the bandwagon and doing stuff he shouldn't be doing, no matter what that is, not going into details, he doesn't make the best choices even when he's sober, but he really doesn't when he's, whatever. And I mean, there's proof of that. It's a fact, because his mother had cried to me about it one time when she was alive, because she had a protection from abuse order put on him, which I didn't know, because that was when he stayed here for a couple months. I didn't know that had happened until I think a month and a half into him being here, basically. But I spoke to his mother, and he never said very nice things about her. I'm just saying. They had a very tumultuous relationship, but she literally cried to me and told me about what had happened. I mean, he can be so scary sometimes in that situation, like when he was with her, living with her and stuff, that her own dog is terrified of him. I've witnessed it. This little dog will shake and like kind of be like, leave me alone whenever he's around. But he or she, I think it's a she, whatever, will continue, like, will be fine with anyone else. But he kicks the crap out of his mom. That's why she put that PFA on him. And he wasn't allowed over there for at least a year or more. I can't remember, because the last time he got in trouble with the law is when she removed the PFA, and then she died. She removed it, he moved in, and then like a few months later she died. So there's a lot of trauma in there, I'm just saying. But yeah, he broke her nose. I think he broke her wrist or her arm too. I don't know. He beat the piss out of her. Yeah. So he definitely has a temper when he doesn't get his way, when there's other factors going on too. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, it's significant. It's very significant. I just heard, you're on your own. You're on your own. You're on your own. Technically he is, if you think about it. You're on your own. This seems sad. I mean, this energy is sad, but alright, I'm gonna go now for this one, and I'll do just a normal reading at some point, but it's Sunday, so we'll just see how I feel and what's going on. I gotta figure out dinner and stuff anyways. I made lasagna last night. It was really good. I don't know. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's warning signs, where there's problems, history will repeat itself. Heed the warnings. Pay attention. And I'm talking to multiple people when it pertains to that, who know who I'm talking about. Heed the warnings. Just be smart. But I love you guys. Why am I covering the Xbox now? I got you covered. I got you covered. Like me, Spirit's got you covered. I got you covered. I got you covered. Because that's what that feels like. Somebody else covering up for someone else? I don't think so. I got you covered. I got you covered, Mom. So there could be someone who's very protective of their mother or parent. I got you covered. But I love you guys.